So, good morning or good night, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today I'm talking about a band that I discovered very recently. So, kudos to my friend Mike who showed me this band. So, the band is called Bloom, and they're a band from Sydney, Australia, and they play melodic hardcore metalcore. But to me, when I listen to this album, that's their second album, it reminded me of early 2000s like metalcore emo. Like it felt very nostalgic and retro. So I was transported to bands from that era. And this is 11 songs and 35 minutes in length. So I didn't know this band, so I did a Google search to so I could know more of the band. And let me tell you guys, I like the music, but damn, you picked a band name that it's hard to Google. You put Bloom, and you get like so many things like bakeries, like dresses. But I said, okay, Bloom Australia. For Bloom Australia, I got here this one that is for like bridal dresses. So if I move to Australia and I want a bridal dress, you can check them out here in this like like Instagram. Or there's another one that has to do with florals. And of course, if you want florals and stuff like that, there you go. But I didn't want any of that shit. I wanted to find the band's page. So finally, I did a Google search and I put Bloom Sydney Band and I got their Instagram at Bloom Sid. And I'm like, thank you. But guys, it wasn't easy. I spent like 25 minutes trying to find your Instagram. But enough about the name Bloom. Yeah, it's hard. There's even a place here to eat in Puerto Rico called Bloom. So it's a name that I don't know. It's too common. But the album, has some pretty cool stuff. So let's talk about this album. And the album is called The Light We Chase. And yeah, like I said, this album, it has 11 tracks, and it can be, there's some tracks that are more like leaning on the emotional and more on the heavier stuff. And I was reading, and they've been called the kings of sad and heavy core. And I'm like, yeah, that title really represents the music that is on hand on this second album. So let me talk about some tracks. So the tracks that are on more the emotive side, you've got songs like Tongue Tied featuring Micalia Delgado, and that's like semi-acoustic, and you have the female vocals with the male vocals, and it really reminded me of like a song that A Day to Remember had that like that they sang also with a girl, and it gave me that vibe, very nostalgic vibe. I like the duet on that song. Then you have a song like Out of Reach, that this has like more inspirational lyrics, and it's more fast-paced song, but with some emotive into it, and a great use of clean vocals. So they don't shy away from the clean vocals and from the emotion. And the lyrics, I liked it because I was reading the lyrics and they seem like very uplifting. And I remember a lot of bands in the early 2000s that had that uplifting message in heavy music. So proof that you can have emotion in heavy music. So that was good. The album starts with a song called Bell Rose, which is like a minute and 45 seconds. And it opens the album with this like hypnotic, nostalgic guitar, very reminiscent of the 2000s, and then it gets more aggressive as it goes. But it's like a short album opener, and it goes into a next track that is a little bit more aggressive. You have songs like Only Sky, Keep You, that are again playing with those emotions. Keep You is perhaps the most pop punk track on this record, especially on how they deliver the vocals, and they have another guest vocalist named Patrick Miranda. And I like it. It gave me some great pop punk vibes to it. So it was a change of pace. But then you have the more aggressive tracks with more breakdowns, leaning more into the hardcore area with Forget Me Not. Life Moves On Without Us, great tracks, both of them. And Act Two, featuring Jack uh, Burgess, I think I misspelled that. So those are more hard hitting, but my favorite tracks on the record is probably the single that they had, and there's a music video for Wither. This song really hits hard, both musically and the way they're singing. It's a more angry song. It feels like very like immediate, but even though it can get like more aggressive at times, feel the emotion. And I think it's got a great guitar tone to it. And also the album closer for me, "Show Me Who I Am." It's a great way to finish the album, and I think this song mixes what they do well: the heavy aggressive side with the more like melodic emo side of them, especially in the vocals here. Like there's a part where they're like, "Show me who I am." Like it's a great track, and it's a great album closer. So I didn't know this band, but I think the Light We Chase is a very uplifting record, and I like the lyrics. I was reading the lyrics while I was listening to the album, because the album's not that long, so I gave it a few spins, so I could like talk about it properly. But yeah, it's a band that I really enjoyed, and they're not reinventing the wheel, but I think they have a good sweet sound, and this is out Halloween Pure Noise record. So yeah, I want to know from you, cultures, what do you think of Bloom, the Light We Chase, and obviously, do you think that this name, people, it's hard to Google you with a name like this? So bands, please do not get names that are easier, like because when you put Bloom, like I said before, you get a lot of shit before I could get to the band. So if you like the videos that I'm putting out, do not forget to give me a like and do not forget to subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube algorithm to get to more people like yourself. So until next time, couchers, it's Hector, the shield dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on the couch. Thank you and goodbye.